back to my channel. My name is Raven Joseph, mentor, educator, life coach, and Writing to Heal instructor. Today, I want you to make candles with me. I run a company, Candid Soul company, and I do make candles. I established this company in 2020 during the pandemic, and I was just trying new things in my house. I tried gardening, well, making a whole garden on my balcony. Epic fail. But I was just doing different things to keep myself busy inside and engaged inside to keep my mind busy. And so I decided to try making candles because I love candles. Like, I'm obsessed with candles. My girlfriend and I used to go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls and find some good smelling candles all the time. That would be like our little trip where we did girl talk and stuff like that. So I decided, oh, let me try to make candles. And for me, making candles has been so relaxing. It's calming. It was just a place for me to woosah. That's actually one of the names of my spray. Just relax, like keep calm. And so I wanted to spread the love, and I wanted to make more candles and get paid for it. So I started selling candles. Right now, you're going to make a candle with me. I did include a link in the description to my Amazon storefront. If you want to get a kit, candle making kit, you can go there. They have it all together. You can buy it separately, whichever works for you. I would say get the kit first, and if you decide you like it, you can keep going. Right here, I have the double boil. Well, I have a, what is this called? A hot plate, and I have some water in this pot. It's the double boiler. There's the wax is already weighed in here for my, and this is my jar, 8 ounces. The essential oil that I'm going to use, eucalyptus. I already measured it here, so it's here ready to go. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, let me add some more. What is the first thing you notice when you walk into a room? Definitely for me, it is the smell. Like, even from like coming home, walking to the house, especially if I forgot to take out the trash, like it hits me and I get upset. Like, I like to walk into a space and it smells delicious. So, you know, candles can be used for multiple things. It can be used to set the mood. It can be used for meditation. It can be just to boost the atmosphere, celebration. So yeah, I love using candles. So I waited here. I did add a lot of lemongrass as well to this. And I do have some gems, mookaite gems. I forgot what it's used for. Let me look it up. So crystals. So it says it's a nurturing stone that supports and sustains during times of stress. It brings peace and a feeling of wholeness. Another thing that I like using my candles for is to set an intention. If there's a goal that I'm working on, or like one of the things that I used it for a lot last year was my studying technique. So when I told y'all, I don't know if you watched the last episode of my podcast, episode 47, I spoke about like being in this study mode and studying scripture and read spiritual reads and like just focusing on myself and like being this hermit mode for like 6 months straight. And the candles I would burn would just be a reminder. Like, my intentions when I made the candles was like for focus, or to find out more about myself, or to reveal certain things. I would pray over the candles, and sometimes when I make my candles too, like I pray that like whoever receives it, you know, there's a calm sense for them. I like to do that. I like to pray for people. So yeah, this is for stress. Okay, and then I also have dried flowers here, some pretty flowers, chrysanthemums and lilies. So I'm going to use that here. I have the wick sticker. All of this comes in, well, not all of this, the gems and the flowers don't come with that, and like the label that tells you that it's safe. And I also have this quote label that I printed out. It's special to me. It says, "Be adventurous, bold, and courageous in seeking the home within. everything else will fall into place. So like I said, candles can be used for meditation. And I feel like one of the greatest things that I've learned in the last year is to really find that space within myself where there's peace, and to focus on that space within myself for anything. Like when everything gets chaotic on the outside, I know I can turn within and find peace. Yeah, so that's why I wrote this. I made this Candid Soul. I might sell it. I'll think about it. I might give it away. Let me know if I should give this candle away. All right, so I told y'all, if y'all watched my last episode, that I'm gonna start dating again. I hadn't been. Was that? No, that was Sunday. Get ready with me for church. I said I hadn't been on a date, but I was going on a date. The date happened. So I don't want to talk about how the date went. Yeah. Let me pour me some wine and get started. I love red wine. And there was this guy at the the liquor store that was promoting this, so I wanted to support D'Agostino's name. It's after his last name, so I guess his family. But it was good. I love red wine. There was a point where I couldn't even drink red wine. It's good. I couldn't drink red wine because something about it would give me a headache. And so for a long time, I didn't drink red wine. And then, I don't know, that allergy that I had or whatever, went away. Disappeared, as my little cousin was saying. It disappeared. So yeah, we're just going to have a little girl chat about what I think makes an attractive and unattractive mate. Okay, I'm not talking about like dating. Dating to me is, I'm honestly, when I go out on a date, I'm just getting to know someone to see where they fit in my life, or if they fit in my life at all. Meaning, like, it doesn't have to lead to a relationship. It can lead to a friendship. So when I talk about like a mate, I'm talking about like relationship status. So I'm gonna get started with this. I haven't even turned on the hot plate yet. My bad. I should have had this. I haven't used a hot plate in a while. Because I've been getting so many orders, big orders, that it just wasn't enough. So I've been using like the stove. Does this even work anymore? I heard it go on. Oh, I don't think it works anymore. That's crazy. I told y'all. Oh, it's not plugged in. It's not plugged in, guys. But I don't use this anymore because I have so many large orders. Like, it does work. It's on now. It's working. So now we just have to warm this wax up. I usually don't even use this container either. But we're only making one today. So I'm going to wait until the wax warms up or heats up until 185 degrees. So I have a food thermometer right here, and I'm just going to check it throughout. It usually takes like 15 minutes. I am going to share what my thoughts are, and I want you to share your thoughts as well. What makes an attractive or unattractive mate? I know that some guys watch my YouTube channel too, so you're welcome. Even though I coach women, you're always welcome to give your 2 cents. What makes a person attractive or unattractive, or a mate attractive or unattractive? I'm letting this heat up here while we talk. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Yeah, so when I say attractive, I'm not necessarily speaking about like attractive. If they don't have, it's not a deal breaker, some of the things that I'm sharing, but some of the things like I've seen with people around me lately that I find unattractive is like, one, I pay attention to the way people treat other people. That is like big for me. Like, are they judging this person? Are they being disrespectful to this person? I remember I was outside and this guy was trying to ask me out to dinner, and it was at a party, and apparently something happened inside of the party. I guess he got into it with someone. She might have said some things that got under his skin. And she was then talking to his friend, and he told her stop, like the way he addressed her, calling her the B word and things like that, completely unattractive. If I'm with somebody, they have to be respectful to other people. I feel like there's a way to put somebody in their place without calling them out their name. So that is definitely unattractive to me. If you feel like you got to talk down to people because you make more money than them, that's unattractive to me. Definitely paying attention to how people treat other people, because tomorrow that could be you. You never know. Not even only that, but reality, like tomorrow that could really be you. Another, so I'm gonna probably go back and forth. Something that really, it may be a non-negotiable. Maybe I do have some. Oh, I'm getting hot drinking this wine. Whew. I'm getting hot drinking this wine. I've been cool. I've been like kind of cold in the house, and now I'm getting hot drinking this wine. But something that does turn me on or is very attractive to me is someone that can make me laugh. If you have a sense of humor, if he has a sense of humor, like I feel like people have a sense of humor, but people's sense of humor doesn't always agree with your sense of humor, if that makes sense. So if our sense of humor clicks, like you have me cracking up all the time, that's very attractive, because I like to kiki, especially I'm moving towards getting out of my head more. I like people that made me laugh, like not thinking about, overthinking about things would get me out of that. Like if I was always in my head, I would definitely try to find a movie or a comedy or something like that for me to watch so I can get out of my head. But I do like to laugh. But the thing is, even though it's attractive to me, I don't feel like I'm humorous. Like I don't think I'm that funny. So it's crazy how I'm asking that of a mate, but yeah, it's necessary. Okay. Check this. Here, you bubbling. Another thing that is unattractive to me is someone that is manipulative. And like, I'm a person that if I say I don't want to do something, then I don't want to do it. Like, how can I say it? If it's beneath my standards, I should say, then I don't try to persuade me or try to make me feel bad about something I don't want to do. For instance, if we're just meeting and you're inviting me to your house the first night, that is very unattractive, one. And two, if I'm saying no, don't try to guilt trip me. That's like so unattractive. It's so petty to me, and it's so immature, because I'm not going to feel bad about it. I love my space. As you can see, this is all mine. I don't have to be at nobody's house. Like, I'm not even a person that goes to people's houses like that. So you telling me X, Y, and Z about why I'm not spending time with you at your house and I just met you, and giving me all the BS reasons as to why I should be there is just, and you know when somebody's joking, right? And when they're not joking, like they're low-key throwing jabs at you, like, I don't care about none of that shit, okay? So definitely unattractive when somebody tries to manipulate a situation, I'm gonna drink some water because I'm hot now. If I had something under this, I would take this off, but I'm hot. I might have to change, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it through this video. It's very hot. But definitely, and it's no judgment either. I feel like maybe I should include this as well, because I'm not slut shaming or anything like that. I don't feel like, to each his own. If you feel comfortable going to a guy's house the first night, a first date or whatever, that's on you. But especially if somebody doesn't make you feel comfortable in their space, like, you could tell that's all they're after. And instead of them, like, you just watch the scene from afar. Like, you step out of the scene, you just watch how the actions are going, the conversation is going, and you're just like, you know that this person wants one thing. And so the more, I don't even know how to put it, but the old Raven probably wouldn't say anything about it and just like be mindful. But I don't know, like, I be calling stuff out that I see, and it makes people feel very uncomfortable. But you know how somebody's trying to beat you in the head? Don't try to beat me in the head, because I've been through this. You get what I'm saying? So that type of thing, when you're looking from the outside and you see this fool trying to get you, like, to, like, it's not even flirt. I can't even explain it. It's just so unattractive to see that that's what they're looking for. Like, they can't even, like, sit through a date because that's what's on their mind, what's happening at the end of the night, if that makes sense. Like, they can't even enjoy your company because that's what's on their mind. That is very unattractive. Like, the way you're moving and you're being conscious of what you're saying because you want to get this person in the bedroom, fucking disgusting. Go on an app. I'm pretty sure that you'll find somebody that is interested in just sex. Like, you don't have to take people on a date to have sex. Or you can just say that in the beginning, like, you know, this is what I want, this is what I'm looking for. And don't waste your time. You don't have to spend money on somebody if you're not looking for, that's all you're looking for. Well, some people you do have to. So let me correct myself. But you should be straightforward, because you look like a damn fool if you're thinking one thing at the end of the night and you're not even, like, present in what's happening at the date. Bad breath. Bad breath is a turn off. You know, I do like my smell goods. Like, I have diffusers in the house. I have, like, air fresh purifiers. Like, I like fresh air. I love things that smell good. So if you smell musty, it's a turn off. And if your breath is stunk, it's a turn off. It's a turn off. I'm sorry. My aunt is texting me. She's asking me for the video. Yesterday, my little cousin had her recital, and she was so gorgeous. She's 3 years old. So beautiful. And I recorded it. I'll send it to her. But yeah, definitely bad breath. Please get your hygiene together. Like, we're at an age, like, we're not teenagers. You should have your hygiene together. There's no way you should have bad breath. And if you do, go to the doctor or the dentist or whoever you need to see to take care of that. Because I do know some people, like, I know someone that naturally, like, there's something, it's called something, I don't know what the word is, but they have something, and their sister had it, I don't know what it's called, and they smell bad, like, really bad. Like, it's beyond their control. They smell bad. I'm not judging people who have that condition. I'm not at all. But I know for me, I know how, like, bad smells are. I can't stick around that, so it's a no for me. Not judging, but it's just a no for me. Someone also who is two-faced, should have added this when I talked about, like, being on a date and, like, well, maybe I am talking about dating. In the beginning of this video, I did say I'm going to talk about me. But I'm talking about dating, too. Because this did happen recently. But, like, you're trying to be somebody you're not. And I've experienced this in relationships. And it's going to lead the relationship down the drain. Like, you can't get far trying to be somebody else. You're just going to be resentful of the person that you're with. And you're going to be resentful of the person that, be resentful with yourself. Like, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how you can go years in a relationship and not be yourself. Like, unless it's an arranged marriage or something, I can't see, I can't relate. Like, I've always been myself in a relationship, all of me, so I don't know how to be anybody else. But I've been in relationships where people are, like, trying to be who they're not, and it shows. And it shows. Even though they don't want it to, the truth always comes to light, and it shows. Okay, you can't hide who you are. So definitely don't waste your time. So I put this this video on pause so I could cook down the wax, and I was drinking so much, and I think because I haven't drank in a while, I'm kind of feeling a little bit tipsy. That's why I'm hot right now. So I'm gonna see the temperature on this. So excuse me if I'm like all over the place right now. Bear with me. Maybe I won't drink anymore. Maybe I'll stick to my tea. Yeah, this is ready. This is ready. I was thinking of putting this in here. It's an orange crayon. I think I want to make it orange. I'm going to drop that in there. Okay. So it's way over 185. So you're just going to stir for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to stir until the orange crayon melts. I don't want it to be like a deep orange. I want it to be like a lighter color orange, like a hint of color. I don't want it to be like look like the crayon actually, so I didn't put the whole thing in. Yeah, let's see how. I don't sell colors in the wax one because it's a whole different test. So for those of you who don't know, when candle makers, we have to test our scents. So there's certain types of wax that go with certain types of wicks and a percentage of the oil. Every oil has a different percentage that can work with the wax type that you use. I hope I said that right. And so sometimes when you put like dyes and stuff in your wax, that's a whole different test. And also sometimes it gets caught in the wick and it doesn't burn properly. So I'm doing this for me, not for anybody else. So I just made sure that all of this was melted, which it is. And now I'm going to test the temperature again. What is that show that I've seen? I think it's Nori's show, his podcast where people. So now I gotta put it back up to 185. It's at 177, so I could put the fragrance in there now. The fragrance is right here. But people drink. I feel like I saw like a snippet with Remy Ma. I feel like I can't drink and like socialize like on camera because that sounds crazy to me. I do. I remember like 2 months ago, I went out and it had been a minute. I don't think I've been out since a while. I hadn't drank in a while because I started the year off fasting, so it's been months. I had one drink. It took me out, guys. It took me out. You hear me? It took me out. It took me out. See? Need you. It's almost there. I turned it off, but it's still hot. So it's almost there. But yeah, where was I talking about? Attractive, unattractive? Definitely unattractive. If you're cheap, that is very unattractive to me personally. I'm not saying you got to spend $1 million on me, but if I want something and you try to make me, like, you take me out on a date and I order something, you try to like have joke, like a joke is half the truth, right? So if you're joking on like me ODing or whatever, and I know like I'm mindful of other people, right? So I know people's pockets are not like my pockets, but I know how I treat myself. Alexa, off. So Alexa's reminding me that I'm talking too much, so I'm gonna wrap this up. But I know that how I treat myself and how I spend money on myself. And so like if I have to curb that now, I know that's probably a deal breaker for me because I don't know, like I don't want to feel like I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just not cheap. I don't like cheap. I used to be like the one to even like go half because most of the time I was making more money than the person that I was dating. So I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. Not even I don't want to. I'm not doing that shit anymore. So a conversation, I don't know how the conversation came up, but I was talking to my boys and they looked at me sideways for saying this, that I probably wouldn't date someone that's making less money than me. And one of my friends immediately says, well, you're going to be single then. Just be prepared to be single. And I just feel like I've always dated people who made less money than me. And for somehow, and even if it's not their intention, for me it has come up where they feel emasculated because of that. And so I don't want to feel like, I don't want to have that guilt. I don't, no. So right now I'm in a space where if you're not making more money or around the same money as me, amount of money as me, then if you're not ambitious or like getting there, or you know what I mean, like I'm not, because I shouldn't have to feel guilty because I'm going after what I want. And it's very uncomfortable, especially when you care about somebody, to like have them try to make you feel bad for like you doing what you have to do for yourself. So definitely unattractive. But I will tell you what is attractive to me. So yes, definitely, I shared before, laughter is at my top. It actually is a non-negotiable. You have to make me laugh, even though I'm not funny. You gotta make me laugh. What else? A good dancer is attractive to me. Because I like to dance. I like to be on the dance floor. I'm a mama's child. She's always the last person on the dance floor. So it's definitely me. What else makes them attractive? A good conversation, like, I don't know, like, where's your mind at? What is your focus? Like, you could be content with where you are, but like, the conversation has to be deeper than surface. Like, it can't be, how was your day every single day? And nothing beyond that. You know what I mean? So there has to be like something I can learn from, something inspiring about this person. Like, there was this one, the last time I was inspired by somebody, a guy, what inspired me about him was the fact that like he always saw the good in everything. He sees, not all, he used to, but he does. He sees the good in everything. That inspires me to be better. He's not judgmental. Like, he takes things with a grain of salt. I've never heard him complain about anything. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he's that type of person. I like that type of energy. He's just chill. He's not up in people's faces. Yeah, I try to be like that. That's probably why I'm attracted to people who I aspire to be like. So like some of the characteristics that I'm working on for myself, like patience and stuff. If I see somebody has perfected that, or like does really well in that area, I'm attracted to that. Period. I've noticed that about myself. Someone definitely has to have direction in their life. Direction meaning they know what they want. They know what they want for their family. And this, now I'm talking about a mate. I'm not even talking about dating. I'm talking about in a relationship, in a commitment. They have to know how to lead. Like, I can't be teaching you how to be a man. Nah, I can't. I can't teach you your responsibility as a man. Even if you have the potential to do it, I just can't be the one to do it. So definitely someone who knows how to play their role, right? Definitely someone that makes you feel safe. For me, that's big. Like, if I don't feel safe around you, I'm not going to open up to you. I'm not going to want to be sharing with you, and it's going to be those surface level conversations. I'm not getting deep with you if I don't feel like I can be safe. Like, I could trust you. If I feel like you're shady, and if I feel like somebody's shady, I'm usually right. I'm usually right. My spidey senses can sense when somebody's being shady. Why did I put this back in? I'm supposed to wait for it to go down to 144 degrees before I can pour into the glass. And you know what I forgot? I forgot the wick holder. But we're gonna make it work. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, someone that makes a woman feel safe, protected, definitely is important. It's a turn on. If I feel like I gotta do everything up by myself, if I gotta rely on myself, like, if I'm not supported, then it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Exactly. I could do a lot by myself. I mean, I really can. And I'm not tooting my own horn. Like, I could really do a lot by myself. It's not like, I'm not saying I don't need anybody, but if you are going to be in my life as a partner, then you have to be able to add something to the relationship. And definitely, I pay attention to what type of relationship, and I said this in my last video, like what type of relationship they have with God. That, laughter, those are like all my number ones. They're compassionate, but definitely, if they don't pray, if they don't have their own relationship with God, it's not that they're not attractive as a mate. For dating, I could date somebody that doesn't believe in God. Like, that's on you. But as a mate, at my age, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm in my 30s, so that's like a non-negotiable, because if you want to leave my household, then you need to have a relationship with God. Not gonna have me in the streets trying to follow you and you leading me to the railroad tracks. Nah, not happening. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool off. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the wick thingy actually. So yeah, I had to change. The sweater wasn't cutting it. I can't turn on the AC because the sound is going to blood me out. I forgot that I added beeswax to the soy wax, so it actually melted faster than it was supposed to. I mean, solidified faster than the regular soy by itself. So I'm gonna have to warm it up again, and y'all just gonna have to be patient. Sometimes I do add beeswax because it burns slower than soy wax. Should have done a stretch with me today because I haven't stretched today. I've been eating crazy. I had like 3. Ooh, my muscles are coming in. Wait, is it still flabbing? A little bit. It was worse. I'd be so proud of myself. Anybody else do that? Like, feel like they didn't get anywhere much with their goals, and then they see some change and then they get excited again? That's me. I'm probably going to show y'all the before and after pictures, but I'm still in the midst of my workout. And I just spoke to one of my friends from college, and she is also going to help me with my goals. She's a wellness coach, physical fitness, and I want to get physically fit. So I'm going to team up with her so I can continue on. I definitely changed my diet already, but to be totally honest, what did I do Thursday night? I went somewhere Thursday night, but I didn't cook dinner because I came home late. And then when I don't cook dinner, that means there's no lunch for the next day. So what happens? And then I didn't go to the supermarket, so I didn't have my regular breakfast food. So I ended up having to eat McDonald's. I had a hash brown, and this is why I always have to plan my food, and this is why I like HelloFresh, because it helps me to stay focused, because there's no healthy eating around my job. I've said this before, I know this, but sometimes I slip up. So Friday for breakfast I had hash browns, and what else did I have? Caramel hot chocolate and something else. Damn, how am I forgetting what I had for breakfast? Oh, the oatmeal. I did have the oatmeal with the fruits and raisins and apples and stuff. And then for lunch, because they were having a barbecue for the kids for field day, I'm thinking maybe I can eat something there. I'm not going to bring my own lunch or whatever. No. They had chicken and hot dogs and hamburgers. I don't eat none of that. So right now I'm just eating fish, so I couldn't eat that. And so where did I go? McDonald's. I don't know which was worse, but I did have the fish fillet sandwich and some fries. And then Friday night I actually cooked and I ate, and it was bomb. I had made this kale salad with craisins and sweet potatoes. And then my cousin hits me up and she's like, hey girl, I made some seafood, so you know I'm not gonna say no to seafood. And so I had spaghetti, mad spaghetti, and it was so good, and some mussels. It was so good. And so yeah, that was that. Then on Saturday, what did I eat for lunch? I did eat bread, but whatever. It wasn't that bad. But I had this hoagie sandwich that I made from HelloFresh, a HelloFresh recipe. And let me tell you what I added to it and made it so on point. On the bread that they provided, I cut it in half and I sliced, pay attention. I sliced garlic. Why is this like this? It's on. I sliced garlic and I put it all over the bread. I spread it all over the bread halves, and then I added olive oil to it. That, and then I'm not eating dairy. Even though I'm saying I'm not eating dairy, I eat dairy. But I try to avoid dairy. Like Saturday night I did have ice cream, but I had put garlic on it, and I had the vegan cheese. Even though I don't feel like it tastes better than the real cheese, I love the taste of cheese. But it did wonders, and that sandwich was so good. So this week I said I'm going to stick to my meals, stick to eating better, stop playing. And I'm waiting on some things to come in the mail that I ordered through my friend who I told you, Coach Christina. She's the wellness coach. Yeah, I actually have a wellness coach as well that I speak to once a month now. We just started speaking again on my like physical goals, my mental goals, and things like that. I have a lot of coaches in my life. All right, it's not bad to have a coach. It's easier when people know how to get to the things that you want to get to. Like, it's not, I can't study everything. I can't be studying mental health and all these things and then have to study physical. Like, that's mad much. So I might as well hire somebody that already gets the results that I want and can help me get there. So definitely, my wellness coach that I have, I don't pay for, not Coach Christina, but I speak to him once a month and I talk about my goals, what I've been doing to reach them. He is given to me for free through my insurance. So definitely check out your insurance to see if that's allotted to you, because it's been a good help to have somebody holding me accountable. Because every time I speak to him, I like to know, like, I don't want to speak to someone knowing that I said that I'm going to do something and I haven't even tried or like attempted or done something towards that goal. So it's good to have an accountability partner, because a lot of my friends and family and the people I hang out with, they're not doing the same things or wanting the same things for themselves that I want for myself, you know? So sometimes it's hard, to be honest. It's hard for me to hold myself accountable all the time. So it's nice to have somebody that's going to help me stay focused. Wow, look what I did on this. So yeah, so I'm gonna pour this like this. It's gonna be a little bit messy. Let me see. But yeah, so eating right is definitely a priority for me, because I want to lose all of this. It's getting better though. It's getting better, because this used to be out here all the time. Like, I hated that my stomach was moved out further than my chest. And you know what's so crazy? I'm thinking about this now that I'm talking about it, but like, I really will wear padded bra because I needed something like to be like, my stomach used to be so big, y'all. Like, I let myself fall off. So part of it was just the things I was eating. It wasn't even like I was overweight or anything like that. It was just things weren't agreeing with my body, and it took me time to realize what things that didn't agree and like what things I need to avoid. And like I said, I ate dairy, and the next morning, like ice cream Saturday night, and the next morning when I woke up, I wasn't feeling well. And I hadn't eaten like dairy like that in a while. So I know dairy has something to do with it. So yeah, just paying attention to what you eat. I'm definitely still juicing every day. I just made some juice for the week. I didn't go get it wholesale. I just went to the supermarket and got it because I was pressed for time. But oh, look at it turning already. It's turning so fast. Turning white. Mad. Oh, let me turn this on. That fast. But anyway, so as it's cooling, and because it's cooling fast, I'm gonna get my little flowers ready, because it seems like usually I have to set a timer and wait for it to get a little bit hard on the top before I can put the flowers on, because then they wouldn't float. But this is drying so fast that, well, maybe I have to wait just a little bit, but not as long. So I feel like this video is way too long. I do apologize in advance. I didn't know I could talk this much. I promise you, I thought the video was gonna be like 10 minutes because I didn't have anything to say, but clearly it's not. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel now that I have you here. Share my channel. Let me know in the comments what you like, what you want to hear more of. I want to start interviewing for my podcast over the summertime because I have more time. I'm off for the summer, so if there's something like a topic you want me to focus on, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to look into it, because this channel is really for y'all. It's for me too, but it's mostly for y'all. So definitely let me know. Now I'm adding on the flowers because it's gotten to be a little hard at the top, enough for me to plant them. I think the crystals are still too heavy. It's tricky because beeswax, it solidifies differently, and so you have to like watch it so you don't miss the mark on when to put this in. Like, I tried to put it in and it definitely fell to the bottom. But you don't want to put anything close to the wick, because even though it's white on the outside, it's actually still very much liquidy in the middle. You don't want to put anything close to the wick because that can catch fire. So make sure you put anything, any debris like stuff, glitter, anything you put in here, you want to put it closer to the edge of the jar. Definitely. Yeah, so finally, what I would say is attractive to me for a mate, even somebody that's dating me, like, they have to be interested in me. Like, I can't be chasing them because I get bored really easily. So, like, really easily. So if they're not that into me, I might find them cute or whatever, but in the long run, like, I'm not gonna be that into them. Does that make me self-centered? That if they're not into me, I'm not into them? Yeah. I would say I'm into people that are not into me, but they don't know. I would say that, but they would never know. I don't know if it's my ego coming into play, but they would never know that I'm into them because they're not interested in me. So I would never open my mouth to say that. That's just me. Yeah, so tell me in the comments what your thoughts are of what makes the other person, somebody you're dating or maybe your mate, attractive or unattractive. What is that to you? What does that look like to you? Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in this week. Again, I apologize for this long video. I hope to see you listen to my podcast. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know in the comments, or you can shoot me an email at getcandid@candidsoulcode.com. I do respond to my emails. If there's something that you want to share with me, something that inspired you, something that you would like to see on my channel or hear on my podcast, please let me know. Take care.